Therapist spills the tea for my manager and they got me fired. So I'm going to sue, but friend says I'm out. My therapist sold my secrets to my boss, and now I'm jobless, suing for justice. And my best friend thinks I'm the villain. Emma Carter's life unraveled in a single week, all because she trusted the wrong people. Here's how it went down, and why karma's about to hit hard. Emma had always been the dependable one at Bright Future Marketing, a mid-sized firm where she'd climbed from intern to team lead in 3 years. At 28, she was the golden child, praised for her creativity, loved by her team, and trusted by clients. But her manager, Karen Voss, was a different beast. Karen, with her fake smiles and power suits, had a knack for taking credit for Emma's work while tossing her under the bus at every chance. Emma confided in her therapist, Dr. Lila Hayes, about the stress Karen's micromanaging, the stolen ideas, the snide comments in meetings. I feel like I'm drowning, Emma admitted during a session, her voice cracking. Dr. Lila, with her warm eyes and soothing tone, promised confidentiality. Emma believed her. Big mistake. The trouble started subtly. Emma noticed Karen giving her strange looks during team meetings, her lips curling as if she knew something Emma didn't. Then came the whispers among coworkers, sideways glances that made Emma's skin crawl. She brushed it off as paranoia work stress was getting to her, she thought. But one Monday, Karen called her into the corner office. Emma, we need to talk, Karen said, her voice dripping with false concern. There are concerns about your mental stability. Emma's stomach dropped. Mental stability. She'd never missed a deadline, never faltered on a project. Before she could respond, Karen slid a termination letter across the desk. It's best for the team, Karen said, barely hiding her glee. Emma was escorted out by security, her belongings dumped in a cardboard box like trash. Humiliated and reeling, Emma pieced it together at home, staring at the ceiling of her tiny apartment. Dr. Lila had been her only outlet, the only one who knew about her anxiety attacks, her fears of failing, her private rants about Karen. Somehow, Karen had gotten hold of those details. The betrayal hit like a punch. Dr. Lila, her supposed safe space, had spilled everything. Emma's fury grew as she dug deeper. A mutual acquaintance, a barista who worked near Dr. Lila's office, mentioned seeing Karen and Dr. Lila chatting at a cafe, laughing like old friends. Emma's blood boiled. She wasn't just fired, she was sabotaged. Emma didn't wallow for long. She hired a lawyer, Rachel Nguyen, a sharp-tongued advocate with a reputation for taking down unethical professionals. Rachel was all in, smelling blood in the water. Breach of confidentiality, emotional distress, wrongful termination. We've got a case, Rachel said, her eyes gleaming. Emma filed a lawsuit against Dr. Lila for violating patient confidentiality and Karen for orchestrating her firing based on private medical information. The stakes were high. Emma wanted her job back, damages for her suffering, and both women's careers in ruins. She could almost taste the justice, but not everyone saw it her way. Her best friend, Mia, a soft-spoken graphic designer, wasn't convinced. Over coffee, Mia fidgeted with her cup, avoiding Emma's gaze. I get that you're hurt, but it's intense. What if you're overreacting? Karen's awful. Sure, but maybe Dr. Lila didn't mean to spill. Maybe it was a mistake. Emma's jaw tightened. A mistake. Her life was in shambles, her savings dwindling, her reputation tarnished, her confidence shot. You think I'm the bad guy here, Emma snapped. Mia shrank back, mumbling about keeping the peace. Their friendship, once rock solid, now felt like sand slipping through Emma's fingers. The tension built as the court date loomed. Emma's days were a blur of legal prep, sleepless nights, and reliving every moment of betrayal. She scoured her therapy notes, handed over to Rachel, which detailed her sessions with Dr. Mayer, Lila every fear, every rant about Karen's tyranny, Rachel built an airtight case, uncovering that Dr. Lila had a history of cozying up to influential clients, including Karen, who'd referred several colleagues to her practice. It wasn't just a slip, it was a pattern. Dr. Lila traded secrets for clout, and Emma was collateral damage. Meanwhile, Karen doubled down, spreading rumors that Emma had been unstable for months, planting seeds of doubt among former coworkers. Emma's old team stopped returning her texts. The isolation stung worse than the firing. The courtroom was a pressure cooker on the day of the trial. Emma sat ramrod straight, her heart pounding as Rachel laid out the case. Dr. Lila took the stand, her voice shaky, claiming she'd only consulted with Karen about a hypothetical employee's mental health. The lie was flimsy. Rachel pounced, presenting time-stamped emails between Dr. Lila and Karen, discussing Emma by name. The judge's face hardened. Karen, next up, played the victim, insisting she'd acted in the company's best interest. Emma was erratic. Karen lied, her voice smooth as silk. Emma's fists clenched under the table, her nails digging into her palms. Rachel didn't let up, exposing Karen's history of stealing credit and bullying subordinates. The room felt electric, every word a spark. The climax hit when Rachel called a surprise witness, Sarah, a former intern who'd worked under Karen. Sarah, barely 22, trembled, but spoke clearly. Karen told me Emma was crazy and shouldn't be trusted. She said she got it from Emma's therapist. Gasps rippled through the courtroom. Emma's eyes burned with tears, not of sadness, but of vindication. The judge's gavel slammed, silencing Karen's objections. Dr. Lila's face crumpled. She knew her career was over. Karen's smug mask cracked, her eyes darting like a trapped animal. The truth was out, raw and undeniable. Justice came swiftly. The judge ruled in Emma's favor, awarding her substantial damages for emotional distress and wrongful termination. Dr. Lila's license was suspended pending an ethics investigation, her reputation in tatters. Karen was fired from Bright Future, her own team turning on her after Sarah's testimony spread. Emma's old job was offered back, but she declined. She was done with that toxic world. Instead, she used the settlement to start her own freelance marketing firm, vowing to build a workplace where trust wasn't a weapon. But the victory wasn't sweet. Mia's doubts lingered in Emma's mind, a wound that hadn't healed. They met one last time, at their usual cafe. "I was wrong," Mia admitted, her voice small. "I didn't get how much this hurt you." Emma nodded, but the warmth was gone. Some betrayals, even small ones, leave scars. She walked away, head high, ready to rebuild on her own terms. Emma's story isn't just about revenge. It's about standing up when the world tries to knock you down. Karen and Dr. Lila thought they could break her, but they underestimated her strength. Now, they're paying the price, and Emma's writing her own future. What do you think? Was Emma right to fight back, or should she have let it go? Share your thoughts. Endera buena